morning, everyone. John 16, verse 21 says, when a woman is giving birth, she has sorrow because her hour has come. And she's in huge pain, people. But when she has delivered the baby, she no longer remembers the anguish for joy that a human being has been born into the world. So a lot of people can argue and go, well, a lot of women don't have an hour that comes like that. It's irrelevant to some people because they have a cesarean section. Well, let me tell you, I had 3 cesarean sections and they weren't fun. I mean, I have my babies and I will go through it again happily, but having a cesarean section was not fun. There was pain and there was anguish, and I'm sure in some ways giving natural birth is like way worse, and in other ways doing having a cesarean section is way worse. But I'm not. This is not for me a competition. For those women who give natural birth, I have a lot of respect. And lots of my friends who gave natural birth have a lot of respect for me too. So that's not what I'm arguing. This is more like there are things that take in life that take these long processes. Life itself is this long process, and then we come to the end of our lives, and we're like, okay, we can rest now. Sure, you know, and something has come to fruition. My life has been lived. When you go through labor, pregnancy sometimes is very hard, and then labor, and then this baby. And one woman described it like this to me. She said, it's the worst pain that you forget the quickest. It was amazing to hear that. It was unadulterated, the worst pain that you can forget, but it's the pain that you forget the quickest. And I'm like, wow, that is profound. Um, because literally when you take your baby, whatever's gone before, something melts away. It has to, otherwise people will only have one baby. you know, because that holding that life into your hand, it's a miracle. Every baby, every conception is a miracle. And just holding that baby is a miracle. And when you look at back on your life, on your on your career, you look and it's hard. It's hard keeping a job or building into a job or staying ahead of the pack, depending on what industry you're in, because new innovations in every industry, really, new ways, and then to stay Christian, so to stay honest and have integrity, it's hard. And it's like giving birth. I think things like that are giving birth, and then like all building a new business, which is what I'm doing. It's hard, and then you sit back some days and think, oh, I'm just going to stop. And it's really not been a long time ago, and I felt like that. I'm like, oh, I can just stop this. And this year I end breaking even. I haven't made profit or anything like that, but I owe only 2 small loans, and it's an ongoing thing. But I don't. They're not. They are pressing that they have to be paid, but they are not um, pressing in the way that I feel like I'm not going to be able to breathe. It's not like that at all. So what I want to say to you, it's wonderful um, to suffer when you're with God, because you have to know that at the end of it, you will reap your good rewards from your Lord. And that's what I've seen at the end of this year. I'm actually quite tired. I'm not over it or anything, but I'm weary. I'm not tired. But I have achieved something which I wasn't sure whether I'd even get here. And that gives me courage and hope and peace that what I've done is accomplish something good. So I want to encourage you, go and find the thing that you are struggling with, that's frustrating you, that you are hurting, and see, and try and close your eyes and look at what's ahead of you. Envision that. Because all good things come from God. And for those of you that are struggling with something that feels like it's a giving of birth, where you're fighting for something that you know is good and righteous and you know is in your plan, just stick with God, because the struggle is part of the journey. Have a wonderful day, and we'll speak again tomorrow.